Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another Lexmas video. I know that this is like primarily a makeup channel, but I just couldn't do it today. I just did not feel like putting my face on. I could have maybe snatched a brow. I could have threw on a lip, but no, I didn't. So you're just gonna have to deal with it. Okay. We are pulling out all the stops today. I'm going to be sharing with you my favorite products of 2019, some of them from 2019. Some of them are just like my holy grails that I just keep reaching for. I'm going to tell you what they are, what they do, and why I love them. This is not a sponsored video. None of these products were sent to me. Now that that's out of the way, let's get right into the video. So I'm pretty much gonna go in order of how I do my makeup. So I'm going to start off with my lotions and primers. So honestly, the first brand I feel like people are sleeping on. It's vegan, all natural, cruelty-free. I found it in Urban Outfitters actually. It's CBD glow serum. And when I swatched it on my hand, I swear to God, it makes your skin just feel so hydrated, but it makes it feel like velvet, which is like a perfect canvas to make your foundation just glide on. And I pretty much just use this underneath a lotion or a primer. Moving on to lotion. This lotion is by OC Malibu. It's another vegan, cruelty-free, all-natural brand, and it's their Atmosphere Protection Cream. It's a water-based cream, so it's not gonna feel really heavy or greasy on your skin. And it says that you could also wear this underneath makeup. So sometimes instead of using a primer, if I'm just feeling kind of lazy or my skin just feels okay, I just use that underneath my foundation or just as a daily moisturizer. It has algae extract and lavender, which is really calming and nice and soothing for your skin. I tried to just pick kind of two of everything because it's so hard to just pick your favorites. Oh, by the way, cheers. Got my coffee right here. Otherwise, this video would probably be 2 hours long because I could just talk about makeup forever. Moving on to actual primers. I feel like this primer, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, kind of broke the internet because first of all, it just looks really cool in the bottle, and then everybody was obsessed with it. It almost feels like hair gel. When you put it on your hands and on your face, it dries down kind of sticky, but that's a perfect base for your foundation to stick to. Hydro Grip, it does pretty much what it says. All summer long, I used it and it helped my foundation really stay and not sweat off my face. The next primer that I love is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer, and it is the best pore filling primer that I've ever used in my whole entire life. I only put it in my nose area and kind of right underneath here, sometimes on my chin if I need it, but I really just press it into my skin, but it just smooths over your pores and it just really blurs them. It's really expensive, but I feel like it's worth the money and it's a really, really good product that actually works. So for brows, I'm kind of a creature of habit. I switch on and off between the Anastasia Brow Wiz and the Dip Brow in the shade Ebony. I kind of have a hard time with my brows, waxing them and filling them in. I feel like my brows look different every time I do them, but these two are my holy grail products. Honestly, it's probably my fault. I haven't really reached out and tried to use anything else, but if you guys have any good suggestions for brow products, leave them down below. So something new that I tried in 2019 was this soap brows. You just wet a little bit of it with water, or I use my setting spray sometimes, and you work it in with a spoolie, and it's pretty much hair gel for your eyebrows. It keeps them in place all day long, and it gives you that perfect feather brow if that's what you're going for, because I know that the feather brows were a huge trend in 2019, and a lot of people use the soap brows to achieve that look. Moving on to foundation. I feel like foundations exploded in 2019 and every brand was coming out with a foundation, but I picked my favorite luminous / dewy foundation and then my favorite full coverage matte foundation. So for my dewy foundation pick, I chose the Fenty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I feel like Rihanna just kind of took over the game with her shade range and her foundations and concealers. I do love her matte formula, but for the winter I usually gravitate more towards a dewy foundation to keep my skin hydrated. It just went on like butter, and it pretty much lasted me throughout my whole entire shifts at work. I wasn't having problems with it rubbing off onto anything. And then for a full coverage, lasting all night matte moment, I go for the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation. And this foundation has a scent to it, so if your skin is sensitive, it might not work for you. I know that there was a few mixed reviews about that, but personally it's fine for me, and I happen to like the smell. I haven't tried the Juvia's Place foundation, but for me, this foundation is the most full coverage that I've ever tried in my life. It's not greasy. It lasts all night. It doesn't crease. Like, it covers everything. I don't really know if I have any bad things to say about it. And then iconic Anastasia Beverly Hills, they came out with setting powders, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it. I don't know why, like I was just like a little unsure about it, but I tried their banana powder and I absolutely loved it. They have a good shade range, and I went for the banana powder because sometimes I don't like to have it too bright underneath my eyes, and the banana powder has a little bit of like a warm tone to it just to like brighten everything up and not make it super like flashy white. And then also a setting powder that I couldn't stop reaching for was the Kylie translucent setting powder. It is a translucent setting powder, so it has like that whitish like tint to it, but it doesn't give you flashback, and it sets your under eyes beautifully, like smooth velvet, and it brightens it up like I said, but without giving you flashback, which is really nice. It really is like a translucent powder. As soon as you wipe it away, it like disappears. So I kind of just went a little bit out of order. I use concealer first and then setting powder, obviously. So I change up my concealers a lot. I did like use the Tarte Shape Tape concealer for so long, and I still use it, but I feel like everybody knows about that, so I didn't include it in my favorites, even though I do love it. I tried the Kylie concealer and I really love this one. I would say that it has medium to full, definitely buildable coverage, and it blends out really nicely, and with her setting powder on top, like, it's perfect. And when I'm going for a more dewy look, I reach for the Fenty Pro Filter concealer. It's really full coverage. It goes on buttery smooth, and it doesn't give you like a super like matte, like cakey look. Another product that I should have included first is this Huda Beauty Body Shimmer, and this is the shade Aphrodite. I saw Huda in like a little Instagram video put this on her face before she did her foundation, and I was kind of like, that looks a little bit insane, but I tried it, and it gives you like the most beautiful glow from within. Like, I put this on my body like in the summer when I like go out and stuff, just to have like a little extra body shimmer, but I tried this on my face. You can even just like put it here underneath your foundation if you just want a little bit of a glow from within, but like I'm extra, so I put it all over my face, and then I topped it with this Fenty Pro Filter Luminous Foundation, just so it kind of like shined through a little bit more, and my face was like literally a glazed donut, but in the best way. I know that sometimes in like Instagram TV videos, you see people do like crazy things where they like paint their whole face in like glitter, and then they put foundation over it, but I'm telling you, like this with foundation on top really works. It just makes you look like a bronzed like sun goddess. I don't even know. It's amazing. So for bronzers, I chose a like drugstore brand and then a medium like tier brand, and I feel like in 2020 I definitely want to do more like full faces of drugstore brands and just show you guys that drugstore brands are like really making their mark and putting out amazing products. So I chose the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this bronzer, first of all, it smells amazing, and it has like kind of like a little like luminous finish to it, which is really nice if you're just going for a more like natural, like glowy look. I really like this a lot, and I think it's only like $10 or $12 if I'm correct. I've been using the Kylie Cosmetics Almond Bronzer. It's a really good bronzer, but I feel like just this shade really works well for my skin tone, and I find myself keep reaching for it. I feel like she came out with a lot of good products this year. So speaking of Kylie products, again, I was never like a huge like blush person. I don't know why, I just felt like it didn't look good on me, but when I found this shade of blush, I was like, oh, blush does look good on me. I've just been using like the wrong color. So I've been using the Kylie blush in the shade Baddie on the Block. Her products just like work really well with like the makeup that I use, and just this color was like perfect on me, so I was obsessed with it, and it just got me like into using more blushes. So again, I have a Kylie product and a Physicians Formula product, the Butter Blush. This product just applies really nice. It has a lot of pigment for a drugstore brand, and I think this might even be a little bit cheaper than the bronzer because it is a little bit smaller. I just don't remember. Physicians Formula, I feel like a lot of people sleep on that brand as well. It's a really good drugstore brand. Oh, and I have one more little teeny tiny blush. It's by the brand Pacifica, which I feel like is a really underrated brand as well. I feel like with more like natural, vegan, cruelty-free like brands, a lot of this stuff is like a hit or a miss, and I will say that I've tried some stuff from them that I wouldn't personally go back to using, but this blush right here, it's a really beautiful rosy pink color, and it has like a little bit of like a shimmer to it. If you just want to give like a little bit more color and shine to your face, this is a really good blush and highlighter, kind of like all in one, because I know a lot of people aren't a fan of highlighters, but if you just kind of want to like brighten up your face a little bit, give yourself a little bit of a healthy glow, this is a really good blush. And for a vegan cruelty-free brand, their price point is really good as well. So moving right along to highlighters, Jeffree Star always launches the most iconic collabs, collections, products, etc. So I grabbed the Brain Freeze highlighter palette. His highlighters are so blinding, so pigmented, so packed with like glitter, sparkle, color. I honestly thought that no one was ever going to top the Anastasia Beverly Hills Amrezy highlighter, and that was like a limited edition, so I was really upset that when I ran out of that, I might not have like a dupe or a product that's comparable. But honestly, the Jeffree Star highlighters are like the same, if not better, just in their own way. This blue shade and this white shade up here are a little bit light for me, but I use them for like an inner corner highlight or as eyeshadow, and this is gonna last me forever. Also, his Supreme Frost, I have 2 of them that I got in my mystery boxes. I'll link that down below, my Jeffree Star holiday mystery box unboxing video. And I got the Supreme Frost highlighter, and honestly, like, I've never used a highlighter like that before. It's amazing. I was having a really hard time picking what eyeshadow palettes I wanted to include in this, so I have 4 of them sitting right in front of me. So I am a person that loves to like throw in pops of color and just experiment with really fun eyeshadow looks, like crazy cut creases, crazy colors and stuff, but I also do love a nice like shimmery, like metallic wet eye. So for a colorful palette, I chose the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette and of course the Mini Breaker. These 2 palettes, when they came out, this whole entire collection, I was just so excited for. A lot of the times cheaper palettes that are like supposed to be colorful, the quality is just kind of like not there. They're a little bit like chalky and they're not super pigmented. And then also like the more expensive ones are either really expensive and they're not vegan or cruelty free. So when Jeffree came out with the Jawbreaker collection and I saw all these beautiful colors, I knew that I had to have it. And it was a really fair price point. I think this was like a $50 or $60 palette if I'm not mistaken, but I know like the Sugar Pill like colorful palette that's vegan and cruelty free, you have to pick like the colors for the pans that you want to fill and it comes out to like $100 and something. So yeah, I thought this was a really fair price, and the colors in here, I mean, what more could you need? You have every color of the rainbow and more, and shimmer shades. You also have the Mini Breaker palette. It has purples, oranges, and browns, which all complement each other really well. So I was definitely a huge fan of these 2 palettes. And then my alter ego just loves like a really glam, like smoky eye. I am obsessed with Carly Bible. I love how she does her makeup. So when she did the collab with Anastasia Beverly Hills, I was so excited because I love the formula of these shadows. And this is just a really great everyday wearable palette. And then also the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde palette I was so excited for because again, it has so many wearable shades in it, but also she threw in the most gorgeous teal colors. You could really just like accent any look and make it pop. So I was so excited for this eyeshadow palette. I couldn't wait for it to come out. And so many great collections came out this year, like the Shane and Jeffree palette, which I was so excited for. I feel like that's just a collector's item that I'm gonna have forever and ever and ever because they're like the OGs of YouTube. Like I said, I could talk about makeup, especially eyeshadows, forever. So these were my top picks for 2019 for like wearable looks and also colorful looks. So for lashes, honestly, I don't have a lot of lashes on hand right now, which isn't good because obviously I'm not very prepared for this video. I only use faux lashes, and Tarte came out with some really great, like nice full voluminous lashes. This is in the style Bossy. I've really been liking these a lot, and I wear my lashes like multiple times, and if you take care of them, you could just keep wearing them up to like 20 times, I think, which is like great. And then of course the iconic Lily lashes. I always go for the faux shades. I usually go for faux NYC, faux Houston, I think, and faux Miami. I love her lashes. Those are obviously like great quality. You could wear them so many times if you take care of them. And I was really upset because I love the Ardell Remy lashes and the Ardell, I can't think of the name right now. Oh no. I'll insert a little picture of them right here. But yeah, I love the Ardell Remy lashes, and I don't have any on me right now, but they're really cheap and they look super natural, really gorgeous, and the band is really lightweight. So if you really want a nice dramatic lash but you're newer to wearing makeup or just new to wearing lashes, they're really comfortable to wear. While we're on the topic of eyes, my favorite mascaras, again, the brand Pacifica, their Dream Big mascara. I love to wear this underneath my lashes. Really lengthens them and like lifts and separates them, and the wand is really cool. It's a retractable wand, so you twist it and it's long, or you could twist it back and make it short and like go in your lower lash line with, which I really like. It's a really good formula, and I like to put on mascara before I put on my lashes because I feel like it kind of acts as a barrier between the two, and this just really nice and evenly coats and lifts your lashes without making them clumpy. And then when I want to wear my lashes natural but I want to give them a lot of like volume, I use the Milk Makeup Kush mascara because it has like the little fibers in them. The one thing with this I have to say is you have to be really careful when you use it. You have to put a thin layer on at a time and make sure you don't like lay it on too thick because it has the little fibers in it that build up on your natural lash. I feel like there was a lot of mixed reviews on this, but I really like it. It is a little bit tricky to use, but on my lashes I just feel like it makes my natural ones look really long and really thick, and I kind of like that spidery lash, so I don't really mind that too much. So next up is eyeliners, and I have a drugstore in like a middle tier. So Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a liquid liner. It's like a little felt tip liner that you like dip in to the ink, and I feel like it really pulls like a nice sharp line. I feel like with the liquid liners that you dip in, if you have like a lot of glitter or product on your eye, it kind of glides over it easier. It's kind of hard to get a nice like thick black like sharp line, but this does a really good job of that. And then for a drugstore, I have the Soap and Glory Super Cat liner. It's just like a felt tip with the product like in the pen. I've always been a liquid liner person. I don't really like the pencil liners or like the little gel. You could pull a nice sharp wing with this and it's really easy to use, which I like. So for lips, I have a few different products. I have liquid lips, lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip pencils because I use a mix of all of them all the time. So for lip pencils, I love the ColourPop one, specifically in the shade Bumble. It's like the perfect like pinky nude, and it glides on really easily. It's not drying. It's really inexpensive. I got this at Ulta, but you could order it online and use like an influencer code. I don't have one. I wish I did. ColourPop. Probably my favorite lip collection so far of all time is the Carly Bible Il Makiage lip collection. This is her red lip pencil in the shade Ablaze. I have the whole collection, but I just randomly pulled this one out. It is like so luxurious feeling, and just the colors that she picked, I don't know, just personally I feel like works so well on my skin tone. You have a nude brown, you have like a nudish like mauve-y pink, and then you have like the perfect red. I just love her whole collection. I have one of her lipsticks right here too. The formula is unlike anything I've ever felt in my life. Almost, if you could see the texture, it's almost like a mousse, and it just glides on so creamy. The colors just go so well together, and I'm just obsessed with it, and I'm obsessed with Carly. She's so beautiful and I love her. So for liquid lips, the brands that I've really been loving, the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lips and the Sugar Pill liquid lips, and I couldn't find it in my drawer, but I really love the Kylie liquid lip in the shade Kylie. I just feel like it's a perfect like mauve-y nude. I really like that one as well. But these two formulas I feel like I've just been reaching for the most lately because they're mattifying, but they're not too drying, and they last a really long time. And for lip glosses, I'm obsessed with the Fenty Gloss Bomb. I have Diamond Milk, and this is the shade Fenty Glow, and I love to use that as a little lip topper, just kind of like right in the center of my Cupid's bow and the center of my lip. Or if I'm wearing more of a natural look, I'll just wear this by itself just for a little glow, a little pop. And the Carly Bible lip toppers go really well with a liquid lip or her lipsticks, just to highlight your Cupid's bow in the center of your lip, just to give it a little extra pop and highlight. And then for setting spray, when this setting spray came out and I used it for the first time, I instantly fell in love with it because I love the smell of coconuts, and I love like after putting a lot of powder on when you spray setting spray, and it just feels like an instant boost of hydration back into your face. So with that being said, the Anastasia Dewy Set Setting Spray has been my go-to. As you can see, I barely have any left. But yeah, it doesn't have glitter in it, which I don't know, like when I saw the glitter on the package, I was a little bit excited because I love like a little glittery, glowy finish, but it doesn't have any actual glitter in it, which I guess is good because some people probably wouldn't like that as much. It brings like an instant like burst of hydration back into your face after you've layered on all of your powders and set your makeup in place. And smells amazing like coconuts. Another setting spray that I'm obsessed with is the Morphe Jeffree Star setting spray, and it smells like strawberries. It's called Starberry. This also is a really nice boost of hydration, and it smells so good. So I think that's all of my favorites of 2019. Let me know in the comments down below what your guys' favorites of 2019 were. I can't wait to see what 2020 has in store for the beauty community. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe because I'm posting every day until Christmas, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye!